Internet, Eric here. Well, I'm back for another 12 Days of Christmas Horror. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically 12 videos or 12 horror movies, 12 discussion videos made in 12 days. And I'm going to try my damnedest to get this done. I'm going to cut right to the chase. This video, I'm so glad to be talking about this. Spoilers. Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Now, this came out in 2000, plot spoilers, blah, blah, blah. Um, I reviewed the original one last year. Go ahead and check that one out in my movie thoughts playlist. I think. The reason why I did that is because I was a guest host on or guest co-host on the Graveyard Shift. I've mentioned them many times before, and I was asked back this year to talk about the sequel, and I did it. And I said I gotta talk about this one for people that don't listen to that podcast. But I had a lot of fucking fun with the first one. I had a lot of fucking fun with this one. Basic plot is I think it's a year later, after the first one. Jack Frost was defeated, put into canisters of antifreeze, and buried. Well, he's dug up for reasons, and he is reborn, however you want to say that, and eventually goes to the tropics because he is following the sheriff who defeated him in the first one and tries to get revenge. So that's it in a nutshell. God, this one was so much fun. I went in with super low expectations because I knew this one would be crap, like budget wise and CGI. And just like the first one, but I heard that the budget was even less for this one. I didn't care. I had so much fun. First off, we'll get to the characters. Jack Frost is still fun. He's the wisecracker. He's that's it. He's not as punny in this one as he is in the first one, but he's still a hell of a lot of fun. I still like how shitty the snowman costume is. I love how there's a scene where he's lofting snowballs, like literally you just see his hand go like this, and then you see the CGI snowballs in the later scene. But I love how you see the mitten part of his hand. I always call it a mitten because it looks just like a mitten. And then his arm, but you see like the little gap in between, so it doesn't even fucking connect. So I love that of Jack as well. And then the other characters, the sheriff, he's fine. He's likable for the most part. He was likable in the first one. He's likable here. Acting is fine until like the last 15 minutes because they tried to defeat Jack with antifreeze again, and it didn't work this time. So he kind of has like a little mental breakdown, and his acting is pretty shitty there. Other characters, his wife is fine. That's it. She doesn't add to or take away from this movie. Um, there's a character called Agent Manners who I absolutely loved. Now, apparently, Agent Manners was a victim of Jack's in the first one. I don't remember. He was injured real bad, and he shows up in this one. He's played by a different actor, so that's why I didn't recognize him when they said, "Hey, uh, Agent Manners." Yeah, it's Agent Manners, and blah blah blah. And then he knew about Jack and everything. But he's played by a different actor, and this guy is so much fucking fun. He's walking around. He's like the muscle, I guess, for the resort, but he's obviously wearing an eye patch because he's injured, so I couldn't take him seriously. And then just the guy's performance, he knows what he's in, and he knows he's in a cheesy fucking movie, and he's rolling with it. I mean, I just love how over the top and goofy this character is. Not annoying goofy, but like you look at him and you laugh every time. He looks like a fucking pirate trying to track down a fucking killer snowman, and it's great because like even by the end of this movie, they got super soakers filled with a special solution to defeat Jack, and he's even got like a laser scope on it, so you can't take this guy seriously. But it's a lot of fun. The other characters worth mentioning, they're I guess the owner of the resort. He's like this old timey Livingston character, in the jungle. Um, he's got the jungle hat, and he talks prim and proper, and blah, 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 blah. I always call him Colonel Mustard the whole time. Um, he's fun for what he is. Um, characters I didn't care for. First off, Captain Fun. He can go fuck himself. I hated him. He is like the party guy, I guess. Um, hired just to make sure the residents are having a good time, and he's just so over the top and annoying. I was so glad when he finally bit it. Um, I know he's supposed to be obnoxious, but he was just way too obnoxious for my taste, and I fucking hated him. Um, there's a couple other characters, like there's some side characters, a couple that's with the sheriff and his wife, and meh. Um, there's two people that are fighting in a raft over the. I'll talk about the raft scene later. And then there's three girls that are just trying to get laid. They're annoying. There's two, I call them bro dudes because they're like, yeah, cool. Two characters like that, they suck. And then there's obviously a gay Asian photographer who isn't too over the top, but it's kind of annoying. So, eh. Um, so characters are hit and miss. Jack's a hell of a lot of fun. There's some charm to the cheesy CGI. Like I mentioned, the snowballs where he's throwing the snowballs and you just see CGI snowballs. The icicles are freaking CGI. There's a scene where Jack's created this like massacre happening, and he gets away by literally jumping in the air, and he lands in the snow, but the snow turns into like a CGI puddle, and he just disappears. Um, it's moments to scoff at, but you're watching a movie about a killer snowman, so what'd you expect? Had fun. Um, Another thing I loved how Jack has snowball babies, however you want to call them. I don't remember how they were born, but they're little. They look like white tennis balls, little mittens like arms, and then their hands look like mittens, and they got razor teeth. Loved them. They were supposed to be like the Gremlins, obviously, but because this was so fucking cheap, they pretty much came off like the Munchies. Super super fun, goofy, dangerous. Loved it. I love when they when Agent Manners gets it. He finally meets his end at the hands of these baby snowballs, and it was literally like the scene from Critters 2 when the sheriff is attacked. He's dressed in the Easter Bunny suit, and the critters attack him. That's what these were. These guys were coming all around Manners, and he was just eaten alive. It was a lot of fun. I love the way Jack kills people in this. It's still a lot of fun. There's a whole massacre during a snowball fight where he's throwing snowballs and they're knocking arms off of people, and he's impaling them with icicles, and he also gets real creative, like tracking down the three girls. He has spikes come out of the sand, and she steps on some, and that was a wincing moment. I think she falls and gets impaled. But then he goes full fucking Looney Tunes, like he's dropping icicles from one of the palm trees, and he keeps missing, and he's getting frustrated, and basically he says like, oh, well, fuck this. Turns into a giant ice anvil, and gong. It's one of those great, stupid moments. God. I just have a blast with this movie. It's so much fun. And then a couple of the deaths are okay. There's this hot chick in it. She's the model that the gay Asian guy is taking pictures of. She was super beautiful. She was, if you've ever seen Howard Stern's Private Parts, she's the girl that gets naked in the bathtub with him. And the Asian wants her nipples to start showing, so he gives her some ice to put under her bikini top and get herself hard. And of course Jack is part of the ice cube, and he's getting all horny, and he's doing his shtick. And then she puts Jack in her mouth, the ice cube, and he's enjoying that until she starts chewing the ice. And then, of course, he gets pissed off and makes her head explode, because that's what he can do now, I guess. But, God, there's just so much fun. I'm enjoying all 90 minutes of this for the most part. We'll talk about the raft scene I mentioned. That's one scene I hated. Other than Captain Fun, there's this scene where it's in between Jack getting free or getting reborn, because he's in this gigantic fish tank. He's still in liquid form, and he's reborn in the most absurd way. One of the scientists left their cup of coffee on like the big giant fish tank, and the janitor comes in and actually bumps into it as he's vacuuming. The coffee gets mixed in with the antifreeze and Jack's DNA, and that's what causes him to come back. But he bursts out of that, and the janitor is dead, and he goes down a drain, and he ends up going to the tropics, because I don't know if there's like a psychic link or whatever to this sheriff, but he's in the ocean, and he comes across these two guys in a rubber raft. They're fighting over the last bit of food, and the effeminate one, I guess, he asks like the crazy one. I'm just gonna call him the crazy one. He asks him, "Hey, did you eat the last, I don't know, sandwich or whatever?" And in like full trauma fashion, the guy yells, "Yeah, I did, and it tasted so good." And he started licking his fingers and stuff like that. So I already hate this guy. And then it's just kind of dumb. Like there's a carrot left in the box. That's how Jack gets his carrot nose. They open up the cooler, and it's like a camera shot inside the cooler, up at the up at the carrot, and the carrot is placed right in the gay guy's crotch area, so it looks like he's got like a 10-foot penis or something. That was kind of lame and stupid. And then when they're fighting in the raft, that was dumb. So I hated those characters. But man, there's so much of this movie I loved. I loved how at the end of the movie, Jack's cornered the wife, all right, and he turned into this gigantic ice cube, and it's encompassed her, and he's got icicles coming, inside while she's inside there, and then it's slowly closing, so it's like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, that scene. That was a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I fucking love this movie. I love how they're trying to decide how to uh, defeat Jack because antifreeze won't work, and it's kind of dumb how they figure it out. I'm not gonna spoil that, but once they figure it out, it's fantastic. When they figure out how to defeat Jack, they test it on the little snowballs, and it's this fantastic scene of the group destroying every single one of these snowballs, and it's literally Saving Private Ryan. The opening of Saving Private Ryan, like once they get off the boats on D-Day, everyone getting shot and killed, and it's great. Um, as they're killing all these baby snowballs because Taps is literally playing during this whole scene, and it's so much fun. Oh my god. Um, so yeah, in the end, is it? I don't know if I liked it more than Jack Frost, but I will say this. Hold on. Okay, get rid of that. There we go. Jack Frost 2: Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. I love that subtitle as well. It may not be better, but it is as fun as the original. So glad I watched it. Yeah, such fun. Um, Characters are 50-50. Other than Captain Fun, he can go fuck himself for sure. Jack is fun. Love the fucking baby snowballs. Love the massacre. Love the gore. Love the cheesiness. Loved pirate agent manners. Yeah, lots of fun. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Comment below, click the bell, like and subscribe, all that crap. Tell me if you've seen Jack Frost 2 and what you like about it, what you dislike. I don't know what else to say. But I'm going to keep going with this 12 days of Christmas horror. Hopefully get all 12 done. But in the end, I will say cheers and happy horror days.